Okay, hello. Obviously, doing the interesting things with this, you've got to get going quickly. You don't have time to settle down because if we're not going to edit it, then, obviously the sound on the last one wasn't fantastic, so I might have to look into getting some sort of microphone for this. Anyway, I'm going to go for a few things over the quick in the paper. So the chip shop boss paid slaves in booze, pills and leftovers. So chip shop boss was vulnerable to, and then I've got a hole in the paper. It was there earlier. So he's been sentenced to 8.5 years. He had threats of violence on his victims, and they were forced to work for up to 10 hours at a time in exchange for leftovers from the chip shop, which is not going to be that fantastic. Alcohol and tranquilizers, and also they lived in squalid conditions. 6 slavery charges. So that's at least 6 people that he did that to. Class C drugs, guy from Newcastle. And he has previous convictions for illegal money lending, selling counterfeit goods, making threats, Rant takeaways, and Sunderland and blah blah Sunderland. And he rented rooms of multiple occupancy, so HMOs, that's at least 5 people over at least 3 floors, and they're in squalid conditions, because if you don't know what a HMO is, that's the legal definition. And then he also claimed the housing benefit from it, so, he was also so they weren't actually due to pay rent because he got the housing benefit. But then, he's only paying for literally leftover chip shops, skanky leftovers, and alcohol and pills. And, it's like, for 10 hours a day, it's not really that good, is it? And then there's a courier that threw boxes. He's a, yodel driver. He threw boxes of bone china down the stairs and cracked them open. It's like, yeah! Yodel if they even at least deliver to your house, because half of the time, anytime I've had a Yodel delivery, they just don't turn up at all, and then they claim that they did, or, then you track it down, it says it's been redirected to somewhere else that isn't actually where you're having it sent, so, no, just don't ever use Yodel at all. Okay, so, then, what was on this one? Wasn't Leslie putting his hands down a woman's trousers? YouTube Music app to challenge Spotify. So YouTube are making an app that costs $9.99 a month, or YouTube Premium, which will cost $11.99 a month. So, you can just listen to music on YouTube for free anyway, and if you want to listen to the music on your phone on YouTube, it's free, and if you want to watch the channels and stuff, and gaming channels and everything, and vlogs, it's free. And maybe you compare it to Twitch, where people can pay $5 a month to a particular channel, and $2.50 of that goes to that channel creator. This is $11.99 in pounds, so that's even more. It's probably like $15, or if not more. And does any of that go to the creators? Does it go to any of the channels that are being viewed? Because that's really dodgy if it's just YouTube cashing in on, making people have ad-free ability to watch it. And, at least with Twitch you get silly emotes and silly little things like that. And, there's added bonuses to it. And, you know who's subscribing to you, and you can interact with them and, give special subscriber gameplay things and, subscriber specials, because that's a big thing that Twitch does. YouTube, no, you're not going to get any of that. It's just, pay this essentially rebranded, repackaged YouTube Reds, which failed entirely on its ass, and so they're repackaging it as YouTube Premium. And what are you going to get? I don't know. I don't think there's anything to it. You can still access YouTube Originals, online TV shows. Well, it just sounds like YouTube are just going even further down the hill. That was the things I wanted to talk about in the paper, conveniently on the same pages. Whoever printed them, they were like, this is the interesting bit, we'll just sandwich it all together. So, yeah, anyway. The other thing that I want to talk about is universal credit. What a surprise. Anyway, when they do the introduction to universal credit thing, they talked about a few different things that you could guess on universal credit. The first being that the guy said, it was, I know a lady that she earns over £100 a week and she gets no deductions from her universal credit. That is lie number 1, because for anyone, for me in particular, it will deduct 66 pence per pound earned from the first pound. You do not get any amount that you can earn without having any deductions. under the previous credit system, under the previous benefit system, you know, there was X amount of hours that you could work and X amount of money that you could earn before you started getting deductions. Universal credit, though, no, it is from the very first pound did you get deducted, so that is a flat outright lie. And when asked how to justify it, he just said, oh, it's just individual case, you know, vary per person. But I don't think so, because I'm only on housing benefits and, you know, job seekers. And if I'm on the least amount of things, surely I should be able to get some sort of allowance, whereas someone who's on perhaps like every benefit under the sun, I would assume that they'd be more likely to get charged from the first pound because they're earning so much in benefits. It would be really stupid if, you know, if you have all of the benefits that are entirely possible, you know, child benefit, blah, 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 blah. Thus, you could earn £100 a month and not be deducted from God knows how much you'd be getting, but it'd be a lot of money. And I think that, you know, if you're getting less money, surely you'd have a more lenient system that says you could, you know, earn X amount before you get a deduction. Whereas if you're being given more in benefits, I would expect that to be deducted quicker. But no, I would be deducted 2/3 of whatever I earn per pound from the first pound. The second lie they said, yeah, second. That's number one, that's number two. It wasn't a mistake, plus I'd be swearing. YouTube friendly. Anyway, the second one that they state is that... Oh, what am I going to do for number three? If I'm only putting one finger up, and what's the third finger? The second one is that they would fund any courses that would help you get into work, any qualifications, you know, any certifications. Not big, long courses, but, you know, things like your personal licence or your food hygiene certificate. Yet when you ask about these, they make up excuses not to provide them, and they look for ways for you to do them for free. And then they suggest that they would only do them if you had a position actually offered to you and available that would require that. So it's not that you could get this and it would aid your interview process and aid you in getting interviews because you have this qualification on your CV, which would be the smartest thing, because if you have it on your CV and you've seen a lot of positions asking for this particular qualification, you've had interviews where they've said, you know, maybe you need a bit more training in cocktails, for example. You know, that's one that's specifically been said to me for a cocktail job. You know, it would have been good to have some more recent cocktail training, and yet you ask for that and they try and say, oh no, just do some volunteer work. No one's going to let you work in a fucking cocktail bar doing volunteer work. Fucking hell, you're thick. No. Anyway, so when you try to ask to go on a short cocktail training course that's not that expensive, they invent bullshit reasons. And if you're asked to go on your personal licence, because you've seen a lot of positions that ask for a personal licence, and you've had jobs where if you'd had a personal licence you could have taken them on and, you know, done increased responsibility. No, they just invent bullshit reasons again to not ever provide them. So, you know, just outright lying to you because they're not available. The third lie. I'm not swearing off camera, actually I was doing that. Is that a swear? Yes, I'm not fingering anything, I'm fingering a ghost. Anyway, so the third lie that they told is that they have funding for interview clothes if you don't have smart clothes. Because, you know, I was made homeless and I lost the majority of myself, so I wore an Isle of Wight 2012 festival t-shirt and jeans to an interview because they wouldn't provide the interview clothes, even though I had a fucking interview for a supervisor position, nonetheless. Anyway, so they invented excuses not to provide these interview clothes that they originally stated. Another thing, they said that they would fund them via a coupon from Matalan, so that you'd go to Matalan and get the clothes from the coupon brand new. When you talk to your advisor, they delete that and just say, oh, it would be second-hand clothes from a specific provider. But then when you have an interview, even though it's less than a day's notice and you don't have time to fucking rush off anywhere else, they don't actually arrange anything even though you tell them. And then when you've got to the interview and you've been offered a trial shift where you would definitely need smart clothes and a suit because it's a supervisor position and it would definitely help you get the job, they invent bullshit reasons to say, oh, you must have smart clothing. You know, I deem you to have smart clothing. Wow, an Isle of Wight t-shirt that's from 2050. Yeah. So, no, I don't deem this appropriate smart clothing, but if the job centre does, then they're bullshitting bollocks. But no, this is not smart clothing. This is not, look at my tie and suit, I'm such a smart guy here. I'm wearing such smart clothes right now. Do you not agree that this is the most dapper and smart suit that you have ever seen? Obviously, they would provide the most budget, basic bollock shit suit you'd get, but it's still more smart than an Isle of Wight t-shirt, because I don't really have that many proper clothes, because I lost all the clothes when you made me homeless, when you were illegally without my benefits, and you still haven't really paid me the compensation that I'm going to be getting. So, you know, it's not like I can go buy all this stuff. So, hey, if you try to apply for all these things that they claim that you can get, it's actually bollocks and lies, because you don't get them. So, at least not in Birmingham. So, you know, try asking for all these things they promise and say that are available, because they're not available. They are not available at all. They will not provide them. They will find any excuse not to provide them, even though they're going to help you get into work, even though you've recently had a job. You know, you're not someone who's been on the gravy train a long time. You're someone who's looking for work and wants work, and this would help get work. But no, they refuse still, even though it would definitely help get the work. They just want to invent excuses not to do it. Anyway, with this camcorder, what would be really fantastic is if I could invent some sort of system to make it have the ends and starts overlays inside the camera, so I could just press a button and bring them up. Camcorder people, if you ever want to develop the next generation of camcorder for YouTubers, then that would be a suggestion. You know, allow you to upload your own custom overlays and custom things to go over the streams. Because if you could implement that, then that would actually be very, very useful and a fantastic idea. Narrow to YouTubers, but, you know, it could still be used by normal people, like their own custom happy birthday things or something like that, you know, their own custom overlay artwork, I'm sure it would be fine. Anyway, it was that for today. Came back from the interview, so I've got a trial shift, but I would like to wear something a bit smarter for it, so that I maybe, you know, might just get the job, because that would be nice. It'd be very nice, but the job centre just make a bollocks excuse not to do it, just like always. And they're still shorting me on rent, and they're still doing illegal deductions for when I first signed on, so still not sorted, still utter bollocks, and still a huge delay in ever getting paid, because, you know, the universal credit's just a big mess, and still a lot more hassle than separate benefits ever was. So yeah, it's utterly stupid and it's a failure. Conservatives, you are failing. This is useless. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join us again for some more. Goodbye.